Doc, good morning, and thank you very much for speaking to us.
Good morning.
Let me first start by taking your thoughts on what you listened to. What do you make of Dr. Bawumia's vision?
His vision?
Yes.
Dr. Bawumia will simply be a Poodle of Nana-Addo. Simple.
But the vision is outlined is clear. It's not the same as what is happening now.
Anybody can string any number of words together and present them as a vision. He has been by the side of Nana-Addo all this while. Not so. He's supposed to have been in charge of the management of our economy. Whilst in fact that has not been true. He cannot tell us that those decisions are being made against his will or against what he thinks is proper. What is really happening is that Nana-Addo and people around him are looking to install a Poodle who will be controlled. Period. Nothing more, nothing less.
Dr. Bawumia will be a Poodle?
Simply that, yes.
As a vice president, someone with strong economic background, you said he can't determine things for himself?
Those things don't matter. If they did, we would have known about them in the past, 6 years and counting.
But
he has demonstrated no backbone. And the simple truth is that he has never been in charge of our economy. Although that was what was put out. Look, what many Ghanaians did not realize was that on the 7th of December 2016, we elected Nana-Addo and a co-president, his cousin, the finance minister, Ken. It is that simple. They have been running the show. Perhaps with some cousins in the background who we don't even know. We don't see in public office. But that is the plain truth about our situation.
Then does that...
And all the persons who are mouthing support for him have also been beaten into line. They are also Poodles as well.
Then does that not make a stronger case for him if you agree that he's not been in charge of the economy? Then just give him a...
Does that what?
You saying that he has not been in charge of the economy does not make a strong case for him saying this will be his opportunity to actually implement what he believes should be done.
So someone who has been by the side of the president, who was touted as the economic maestro, right, has kept silent all this while our economy has been run aground. I mean, what principle does he have? What backbone does he have to show that he can be his own man, quote unquote, Professor Mills? He cannot simply be his own man. It is that plain and simple. It has been demonstrated over these past 6 years and counting. Dr. Bawumia was useful as a court jester, someone who provided made fun of the opposition, particularly his quote-unquote brother from the north. That was his principal use in the NPP. As a foil against John Mahama. No more, no less.
A court jester.
Yes.
You're talking about vice president, though.
That is what he has been all this while. Forget about the title.
you're reducing him to is it an entertainer for those in charge?
Precisely. I'm sorry if you've been around court. There are justices in every court. They provide mess and diversion. What's the term that you guys use? Entertainment, basically.
Oh, okay, like a comedian.
Yes, that's what they do.
Our vice president is a comedian.
That is what he has been.
So as far as Dr. Pessey is concerned, because you said he has no backbone, which means you are calling him spineless, and then you are calling him a comedian. That's all.
I'm saying that he has no principles that he's going to implement, that's going to follow, that's going to abide by. He's going to be controlled by others from outside. That's the sole purpose of which they are putting him forward. That's the sole reason why you have that chorus of people mouthing that he's the person that they should select. But hey, that is the business of the MPP. They basically converted Nana-Addo into a fetish. His will is law. What he says must be obeyed. It is that simple. In effect, he wants to enact a third term for himself.
Look, why would President Akufo-Addo need somebody in office who he will control after he had left power? He's had 8 years.
So that he doesn't get into prison. Look, our president and his cousin, the finance minister, are prime candidates for jail. On the back of the criminality, the sheer thievery that has gone on under them, and from which they have profited, from which they have benefited. That will be the sole reason why they need someone like Bawumia.
Having said that, do you think he'll win the primaries?
Oh, they are going to buy the primaries.
Buy?
Yes.
It's not a small number of people we are talking about. Oh.
They are going to buy. They are going to spend whatever resource is required to obtain the what do you call it? The flag bearership. If you think that our president and his cousin have been reckless in the way they've managed our finances, think again. There will be no boundary that they will not cross to ensure that Bawumia becomes the candidate for the NPP. But what will he campaign on? The NDC merely has to, put out 24/7 all the statements that he has made that provided comic, it was comic relief I was looking for. From the Supreme Court, you and I were not there. That's why it's such a hit with the NPP base. Remember someone like I remember something that maybe if I may paraphrase him, what's his name? Their late he's not dead, but their former communications director, the lawyer, he even used to represent my constituency. What's his name? Yes. Because he said that, look, if you are not prepared to do and say foolish things, you don't progress in the MPP. You are not willing to do and say foolish things, you cannot progress in the MPP. It's not me saying it. was useful for saying all the silly and stupid things that they could not be heard to be saying about a Northerner. You know, it was all right for him to say because he was a fellow Northerner, right? And that was his value. Look, what people should understand, the MPP started out as an Ashanti party, launched by the the Uchami of the Ashanti Hene. It was Ashanti Hene's party. That's how it started out, as the NLM. Because they've been so skillful in hiding their past as part of the business of hiding our own history. People don't know this. Now, they're struggling to make it a greater Akan party. But he'll be a complete sideshow. However he comes in, he's coming in as someone's Poodle. Who's Poodle? Nana Akufo-Addo Poodle. It is that simple.
So he'll win the primaries. You say they will buy, because I was thinking that will bankrupt any rich man, and perhaps if they have to go into the country's coffers, we are already bankrupt already. So it will be a final nail in our coffin.
If they must print money, they will print.
They will print money.
Yes.
If they have to.
Why? Look, I mentioned two people who should be candidates for jail. I mentioned the president, I mentioned his cousin, the finance minister. I'll add the governor of the Bank of Ghana. It's already their errand boy.
Ghana's gold. Radio gold.
Whatever it takes, legal, illegal, they will do to install him as flag bearer. Let's see whether the NPP base can be bribed, can be bought. That is really the only question that remains to be answered in the future.
Whether the NPP base can be bribed or bought.
Yes, we know that they've been bought in the past. I don't know what will happen when the real owners of the party say, look, this foolishness cannot go on. We want to take our party back.
And who are the real owners?
I told you, the NPP started life as the NLM, the National Liberation Movement for Ashanti-Man. In 1954, when Nkrumah banned parties that were formed on a regional ethnic sectarian basis, he effectively launched what will become the United Party. The United Party was launched at Bukom. The NLM was present as an observer. But they would take over the United Party and eject all the other constituents effectively. So these days you hear them telling tales about the original name being MPP. Sorry. That was the Northern People's Party. That was banned along with the Anglo Youth, Togoland Congress, Muslim Association Party, Gasifimokwe. All of them were banned. The NLM will take on the mantle of the UP and take it over. In the process, that's how come people like Dr. Bawumia's father left the Northern People's Party and joined the CPP.
So, as far as Doc is concerned, the only question is, would the base of the MPP be bought?
Yes, that's all.
That's the only question that stands.
Yes. This superdelegates thing, there's no doubt that Bawumia will come up top. Right?
Okay.
The question that really has to be answered is whether the 200 and something thousand delegates can be bought.
Buying over 200,000 delegates. Doc.
Yes, you can do the math.
Doc, thank you. But before I let you go, you said Ghana has co-presidents. The finance minister is the
co-president on the 7th of December 2016.
Doc, we voted for one person. That was Nana Addo Akufo-Addo.
Joined at the hip with his cousin, Finance Minister Ken.
Joined at the hip?
Yes.
How?
That's why he cannot sack Ken.
How is that possible?
That's what I'm telling you.
That they are joined at the hip?
In our policy, in our politics, in our governance, they are joined at the hip.
You're suggesting that if Nana Akufo-Addo ever fires Ken Ofori-Atta, that'll be his end. If Nana Akufo-Addo listened to the call of the people to fire Ken Ofori-Atta, that'll be essentially him firing himself.
Precisely. If you're committing suicide. That was what he told the. I mean, what you on this very on your channel, on your platform. You remember that interview with Dr. Is it Amakuba or one of these staff from Kumasi?
Yes.
About what the president told his cabinet. What did he tell them? That when Ken was spending treasure, bankrupting his business and doing other things to get him elected president, where were they? They handed over our finances so that they could pay their debts, recoup their investment. And that's what they've been doing these past 6 years. That rules about going on his knees and begging you this thing, what is it? What was the phrase he used? Yes. You know, the guy will say, oh, Chia. If he didn't do that, would we have handed over the national press to him? No. He said he was coming to guard it. What he came to do was to come and raid it so that they can settle their investments that they've made and have some in store for the future. Guarantee that they will never be poor. For now, the main thing is to stay rich and to stay out of prison. That'll be the only reason why Bawumia will be imposed on the MPP.
Doc, thank you for speaking to us this morning.
My pleasure.
Dr. David Pessey is a student of history and politics. And let me do a few of your messages while we get Mr. Musa Dankwa of the